What is up, everybody? Welcome to Queen's Cast, episode 5. My name is Ryno, and I'm going to be your host and producer tonight. Be joined with my buddy Stee here, as he's usually the host with Zona. But we are doing a little bit differently tonight because Zona is going to be a guest. Zona's going to be a guest tonight alongside her team, the Women's Circuits. So should be exciting. Should be pretty exciting stuff, Stee. But just gonna remind you guys real quick. I know this is episode 5, so you guys hear this every episode. But make sure you please head over to Spotify. Check out episodes 1 through 4. Leave us a 5-star. Leave us a 5-star, please. It is the most crucial thing you can do for a podcast is to leave feedback. It helps with the algorithm. From what I hear over on Spotify. But every episode is also available on my YouTube channel, as well as all the recaps and highlights from the Queen's Cup, Princess Cup from previous weeks. You can do exclamation point YouTube. Check those out. Also, if you do, I have a channel in the Discord. If you guys want to ask questions to the guests we're gonna have on the show, you can join my Discord, and there's a channel for that. Ask any questions you want, and we'll make sure to get them on the show and asked for you. No one's utilized that yet, but it's there. So if you want to do it, feel free to do so. But like I said, Stee is my co-host tonight. Stee, how you feeling, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm feeling good. Kind of cold, but that's just living here now.
Yeah, true. I mean, it was 62 degrees here today for me. I had my windows open, my heat's off. I had a sweatshirt on with some thermal socks, and like I was editing, and then I was like, I'm gonna go outside real quick and get some fresh air, so I'm not sitting inside all day. And I opened my door and I'm like, wow, it's like spring outside. And
I was out for a few hours, man, and it was just too many people. I think it's just me being a little cynical, but
too many people.
Yeah, man.
You're not a people person, Steve.
Nah, I'm not. That's why I play video games, dude.
That's why you play video games.
And I work in a kitchen, so I'm in the back, away from everyone.
True. That's true. But we got a pretty cool show here for you guys here today. We'll start off with our first segment, Royal Roundup, bro. Royal Roundup is when we break down some of the news that happens throughout the week here in the women's comp scene. But we'll start it off, bro. Big congratulations to Insomnia. Big congratulations to Insomnia. I saw that they made it to the semifinals. So that's huge. That's huge, bro. That's huge for the women's comp, all women's team. I'm not sure. I don't think there's any other. I'm sure we would have heard about it if there was another women's team that made it to semifinals. But big shout out to Insomnia. That's huge, bro. That's huge. To make it into semifinals, CC's crazy.
You also can't forget about Angie from Zenith too, dude.
Yep. Angie, I was actually in her stream today. I was watching that that last game. That last game was wild. I mean, I don't think they ended up losing, but they had like 14 kills or something. But Angie went crazy. She had 19 total.
Let's go.
But big congratulations to them. That's huge. I know me and Steve, we made it to round 2 yesterday. Let's go. A little hype for the Angry Muffins. Let's go. No, but big shout out.
We got a lot of work. To do.
Big shout out to Insomnia. That's huge. That's absolutely huge, man. Great group of girls over there. Super proud of them. Number 1 seed in the Queen's Cup as of right now. So it's cool to see them succeed over in the CCs as well. So real big shout out to them.
They honestly just get better and better too, though.
They really do.
Their team chemistry is there,
Yeah, for sure.
It's like being able to seamlessly go from like women's comp style to like the actual, I guess we can call it co-ed style. It's a completely different game.
Yeah.
And like adaptability is there.
The adaptability is there, and there's consistency is there too. They had a little bit of a rough week in the Queen's Cup. We'll go over that in a little while, but to see them succeed like they did here in the CZs, who gives a shit, right? So
exactly,
big shout out to them. We had a couple teams though, unfortunately, did disband this week. One team that was in your top 6 last week, Steve. Oh no, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Yep.
That was Gang, bro.
Gang, man.
Unfortunate.
It was kind of a surprise to see them kind of break up the way that they did. I think they placed relatively well too. Yeah, they placed 5th last week.
Yeah,
sometimes things just don't work out, and that's just the way, I guess the cards that are dealt to you.
Yeah, I mean, favorite, one of the better players in women's comp. I was talking about on the live cast during the Queen's Cup. She's probably one of the more underrated players, and no one really talks about too much. she's gonna be a free agent, man, and she's a very, very talented player, as well as Ira. Ira as well. She's very talented too. So there's gonna be some more talent in the pool, man. The free agent pool is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We gotta figure something out, bro. We gotta figure something out. There's way too many talented people. I mean, because I mean, I don't know if this is 100%. I'm not sure. I didn't reach out to them, but I saw them all post LFT. So I'm assuming that Sapphire disbanded as well. I mean, we get some confirmation in the chat, but Sapphire is one of the teams I loved watching. I really started to see improvement with the duo with Wiz and Aramenta, but they just the same thing with Gang. They just couldn't find their third. They couldn't lock in a third every week, and it's just tough when you know like. Just to put comparison, it took me forever to find a team, you know, and to think that these two teams, they've been playing together for probably a year now. I mean, Gang's probably been around longer than that. To still not have a third, it's going to be tough and discouraging sometimes. Knowing how close you could be and how talented, how good of a team you could be if you had that third to fill in the holes. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But like I said, bro, that pool just keeps growing, and that's two more players right there that are very talented as well. They're going to be joining in the free agency pool.
Yeah, and then with the disbandment of Gang, we do have Miss Don't Miss. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people saw the new group of girls that got together for the team name. What is it? Decode.
Decode. Yep.
Ren and Almond Milk. So I feel that's a scary team, dude. Like,
yeah, I mean,
that team's gonna be insane.
Ren is somebody who is very good at IGL. She's very good at IGL. I mean, I've been networking with Ren for probably over a year now. I've invited her to my past Queens Cups before we did what we're doing now with the women's circuits. She was an invite for a majority of my Random Royales, my TDM tournaments. Very, very talented player. Ren is. Almond Milk, I'm new to Almond Milk, but I do see a lot of vouchers for her on the Twitter. I've seen a few clips. I watched her this past week. She's talented. I mean, when we got someone like YMV vouching for you like she does, I mean, that's that's all you can really have to say.
You know you're doing something right if,
right.
if Envy if Envy's
right.
vouching.
And then Miss Don't Miss. I mean, she's cracked. She's been looking for a team for a while too, and I've seen her try out with a few teams down the line. So happy to see this team form, bro. Decode could definitely be a team to look out for here, moving forward. But we also had another team. They showed up a few weeks ago. Unfortunately, weren't able to play this most recent week, but that's gonna be Dauntless, bro. Dauntless, Tiari, and Malin. They're still looking for a third. I mean, there's plenty of. I think they still are, at least. The last I checked. Again, if anybody in chat wants to give us confirmation, feel free. But I'm pretty sure that they're still looking for a third. But they have a logo. They have one of those emotes with the guy flying the flag, Steve. You know, and they're locked in, bro. Dauntless is locked in. I love the name. I love the logo. And I'm excited.
Shout out to Tiari too. She was in our lobbies yesterday.
She was. Yeah. She was. We called.
She showed us some love in the game chat, dude.
She did. She showed us some love to the Angry Muffins, bro. She did. She shouted us out. But no, it's exciting. You know, losing two teams like Gang and Sapphire, but then gaining two teams like Decode and Dauntless. It's exciting, and we still have more to come. I mean, the Princess Cup had a bunch of teams start forming up as well. See some teams returning and whatnot. So. This is only season 1, man. You know, we got a bunch more seasons to go here in the Queen's Cup, and Princess Cup. So, plenty of time here for teams to build, and I'm just excited.
1 week left, though.
1 week left. Yeah, 1 week left here for season 1. We'll see what happens, but some more information though. We got the Throwdown Thursday finals coming up this Thursday. Big shout out to the Women's Circuits and Boom TV. Yeah, that's with Boom, right? Yeah, with Boom TV. So congratulations to all the ladies and the teams that qualified. I'll pull that up for you real quick. There you go. Insomnia is the #1 seed over there as well. You guys notice the pattern. But they're the top team over there as well. So they're going to be qualified as #1 seed. And that's going to be on Thursday night. I'm not sure what the live cast is going to be. Zona's in chat. I believe they're going to be on their own channel. I'm not sure, though. But I'm going to be watch party. I have a watch party going. I'm going to show love to the Thursday Throwdown Thursday, whatever you want to call it, finals. So we'll be watch partying that over here on my channel. But I'm sure there'll be a live cast. I'm sorry, Zona. If you guys join their Discord, there'll be more information regarding all that. But also, they're going to be doing a pretty cool thing. I like this. This could help. And we're gonna ask them when they come on the show what their plans are. But I love this, Steve. I love this. I mean, it's more money opportunity as well. But besides the money, you also got, the opportunity to meet new people, right? It's like a Random Royale, with money on the line every game. I believe it was $150 every game someone wins, $150. So that's $50 a player, 6 games. Not bad, you know? Maybe this is where you find your third. Maybe this is where you find your team, you know? So I love this idea. I think this is great. Big shout out to Women's Circus putting this on. Wanted to make sure I shouted it out today, because I think y'all should do it. Let's be honest. I mean, you see the free agent pools. You're in the Discord. It's ridiculous. There's so many ladies LFT, bro.
There's so many girls there, man.
It's crazy. I don't know if it's because they're shy and they're nervous, they don't want to trial, or the skill gap stuff. I understand that, and definitely something to think about. But yeah, all women's only, but still exciting stuff. But Steve,
It's gonna be a fun one to watch, though.
for sure. Hopefully
I'm
we can.
excited to see how all these girls, like the synergies that because I'm sure some of them are going to be paired up that have played together, but I'm more excited to see the ones who have never played together and see what they cook up.
True, that's true. But Steve, we had some big news this week over the women's scene. It stroked the internet, dude. It stroked it real good, and it made its rounds. And I don't think it's news to anybody anymore. But we didn't get a chance to talk about it. So
I think it's one of the biggest things that's happened in women's comp in a long time, to be honest.
I definitely agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah, man. The TSM LF1 as of was it like 5 days ago, something like that, 4 days ago?
Yeah, 5 days ago.
Yeah. Dropping Janie, dude. To me is, I mean, I just kind of want to, I want to know what the thought process was behind it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
definitely
definitely
one of the best controller players in all of women's comp.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and we're just fans, fans, casters, TOs looking on the outside, looking in, so we don't know all the background information. We don't know what happened, but based off what Janie said and listening to her stream and looking at her post, I mean, it didn't seem like it left. I mean, it definitely left a bad taste in her mouth. She definitely wasn't happy. But she still loves them. She still said she still respects them as players and whatnot. But it's crazy, man, because I was just edited two of the Queen's Cups, week 6 and 7. And I watched the POV of Janie on TSM and the POV on Janie on WeWoo. And if WeWoo picks up Janie, bro, I'm just gonna say, I think Janie, I think Janie might be, she's definitely in my top 5 player overall. I'm not gonna do rankings on here, but if I had to put her somewhere, it'd definitely be in my top 5, along with Maxine. And there's some talent on WeWoo, bro. WeWoo is Ava's no joke either, bro. Ava's ridiculous. It's talent. She's formerly a TSM too, so it'd be funny. Yeah. It'd be pretty funny if Janie joined WeWoo with Ava.
Also, if you do look at the standings, WeWoo is 3rd overall. Yeah, and adding someone like Janie, I think we're gonna see a big shakeup there.
Yeah, heading into the finals too. If they're able to bring in Janie for the finals, and that's who they rock with. I mean, Maxine was one of our queens of the week, and I mean, she continues to perform week in and week out as well as Ava. They just lost Ashley, which was tough, but seeing Janie pop up on the free agent list, I mean, your decisions, I don't know. It seems clear to me. It seems clear to everybody. I think everybody kind of predicted that she would potentially go to WeWoo. It's not solidified yet, but
I mean, with the history too that Ava and Janie have, I think that's kind of like the best fit.
Yeah, I agree. But we're just a podcast. I'm just a TO caster. I'm just talking from the outside. But yeah, it's exciting stuff though. I mean, shake it up. Shake it up. But curious to see what TSM does, man. If you had to pick one of these free agents that we keep talking about, just name a player to take Janie's spot, which is not going to be easy to do. That is not an easy hole to fill. I mean, that's the other thing that surprised me, man. They dropped Janie and didn't have anybody ready to rock. I mean, I don't know. It's interesting, but I am excited to see what they do. But who would you pick, Steve? Who would you give them as a player you think could step in?
I mean, out of free agent pool, or just anyone like in general.
I mean, if you're TSM, you really got open pool, right? I mean, you could probably pull anybody from any team.
You can pull anyone, yeah. Literally. I mean, if we're kind of looking at free agent pool, I think someone who can frag as hard as Janie, probably favorite from Gang.
Ooh, I like that.
That would, I think, be an insane,
I like
insane
that.
pickup.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, but who knows, because
Yeah,
it's the EU time difference,
yeah.
that I know that a lot of people tend to struggle with having someone over in a different time zone, especially that big of a time difference.
Hmm.
But I don't know, man. I think that would that would be a good pickup for sure.
Favorite for sure. Um, with the new caustic meta too, though. Don't forget about Giggle. Giggle's still out there. I don't know if she
Yeah,
plans on re-signing into a women's comp team or what, but I mean, she's signed to LG, so I'm not sure how that would work logistically. But I feel like she would fit pretty well with Sabs and Kai. So I don't know. It's just another name to really kind of look out for because she kind of fits the mold right now for the meta, being able to play
yeah.
caustic like she does. So that's somebody I'm looking at here too. But Steve, we're gonna wrap up the news segment here. We're gonna head over to our next segment. That's gonna be the team spotlight, bro. I'm gonna let you highlight a team here like you do every week. What do you got for us this week?
Team Spotlight. I mean, we've been kind of talking about them already, but I have gone with Wee because of the addition of Janie.
Well, it's not
I think
official. It's not official.
it's
I
not
don't think.
official, not official, but I'm just saying with the addition for last week.
Yep.
Um, I think them with Janie can do some serious damage. I'm hoping that Janie does find a home there. She deserves nothing but the best. But last week, Janie had 10 kills, 4.5 thousand damage. Ava with 11 kills, 5.7 thousand damage. Maxine with 13 kills, 6.4k damage. They ended up third overall, or they're third overall right now, 52 points, which is only nine below LG Red with 61 and five above Dark Zero with 47. So Dark Zero kind of biting at their heels right now. So I think this coming week, Weewoo's gonna need a big point week to kind of extend lead and hopefully move up.
Yeah. Before we head into the next thing, let's go over the Queen's Cup standings as you mentioned it there. Wee Woo is in third. I want to give this graphic to everybody. Um, if they bring Janie in, I mean, I don't think they don't have a chance to get first here, right? The first place
Yeah,
spot
first
is
place is
it's Insomnia or LG Red. It's one of the two. I mean, LG
yeah,
Red still has an opportunity. If Insomnia doesn't show up next week or Insomnia has another tough outing, and LG Red pops and gets another dub here, gets 15, they're going to be at 76 overall. So Insomnia needs to score more than 2 if LG Red wins. But they're going to be battling it out. And first place does grab some points. We head into the finals. It's going to be match point. And we're going to be molding our match point format pretty much like ALGS. Teams are going to have points awarded to them based off their finishes here in the regular season. I hope they read the rules because it's in there. But Queen's Cup, I mean, first place gets 10, second place gets 8, third place gets 6, fourth place gets 5, fifth place gets 4, sixth gets 2, 7th to 10th gets 1, and 11th to 20th gets 0. That's just going to be a head start for a lot of these teams. They head into the match point finals, which will be 70 points. You hit match point once you hit 70. So it should be a pretty exciting stuff. But hopefully they read the rules and they paid attention to that. I'm sure Insomnia did, so they showed up every week. But exciting stuff, man. But we I got something else here. We're gonna do I'm gonna take Zona's segment here today. Like I said, I'm taking her spot right now because she's going to be a guest. I'm gonna take her Sleeping Beauty spot here today. I'm going to go with Idel from Amun. She gets overlooked, I think, Steve. I think she gets overlooked a lot playing with PBG and Anne-Marie. A name you don't really hear talked about enough, but she's an absolute demon. She was a captain in my Queen's Cup when it first got announced way back when. To see her sign with Amun before the season started was amazing, and she has done nothing but perform thus far. 40 kills overall with 25.6k total damage, with an average of 3.6k every week, is very, very good. Like I said, I edited down week 7 and week 6 today. It's on the YouTube, exclamation point YouTube, if you want to check those out. But she performs every week, man. She's very, very talented. A very, very talented player on Team Amun, who is a very consistent team. So I'm happy to see them continue to grow, for sure. So that's going to be my Sleeping Beauty this week. Usually we go with someone from the Princess Cup, but I wanted to give a shout out to somebody who I think doesn't get talked enough about. So I'm gonna go with Adele.
100%. I mean, playing next to PBG and Marie, man, like it's. I feel like there was a lot of shoes to fill. When like she was picking them up to stay consistent with how PBG calls and or calls games and everything. And PBG, in my opinion, is one of the smartest like zone callers too.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, we saw it last week. There was a time. I want to say it was game. I want to say it was game four or three. That was World's Edge. So I think it was game three, and they don't have a controller legend. They don't have a controller legends, and PPG called the zone, and her team was the only team that was in zone safely. And they ended up not winning. I think TSM ended up beating them. Jenny kind of clutched it up there. Oh wait, no. So it wasn't last week. It was the week before. It was week 6. TSM. Jenny was still on TSM. They ended up winning that game because Jenny just went crazy. But PBG had the spot called, and I think Choppy called the spot too on the live cast. But PBG was there with her team from the start. She called the zone instantly, and they had the best
Was it
spot
the
in zone.
climatizer game? Like
No, it was outside of Lava Fisher. Lava Fisher.
Fisher.
Next to that, like no name behind Fisher, where that building is, that random building. But yeah, so she's very talented at calling zones, Steve. It's a good call there for sure. All right, Steve. Is it that weekly Steve 6, bro? I want to hear it. See any changes?
Steve 6. All right. So of course, what I've been saying multiple weeks in a row. Insomnia is still going to be my number one. They are my number one.
They are my number one.
No sleep for Insomnia. Let's go.
That doesn't sound biased at all.
Hey, man. Maybe a little bit, but at the same time, dude, they have been one of the most consistent teams that we've been, that we've been watching like over this entire stretch.
Yeah.
Then we have number 2, Dark Zero. I mean, they did kind of have a not so great of an outing last week. I think they ended 14th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, or 12th actually. Then followed by LG moving up a little bit. LG absolutely kind of just murdering the lobby last week. So
they're on a roll, man. If I'm Insomnia, I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm Insomnia, I'm a little nervous. Gabs is rolling. Dopey and Ducks, they're rolling. I mean, technically, stat wise, they missed a week. And they have better stats than Insomnia. So, I mean, LG Red is definitely a team that I'm worried about if I'm Insomnia, if you really want to solidify that number 1 spot. And Steve, argue your top 3 real quick to make a little bit of a conversation here. I would probably put LG Red number 1. Based off of recent weeks and watching them in this most recent Queen's Cup, when they click, they're a tough team to beat. When they're clicking, they do not lose fights. They went back to back. I think last week they had a couple games in a row they won. I don't know. I'm still Insomnia. Like I love what they're doing. I'm super proud of them. They're doing fantastic. When you got a vet team like LG Red, when they're feeling themselves, bro, you just gotta watch out. That's all. I would put them number 1.
The crazy dynamic duo of Ducks and Dopey is just very hard to beat too, though.
Yeah,
like,
and then you bring in Gabs.
Yeah, it's kind of a powerhouse of a team there.
All right, Steve.
And then we have who's that? Wee Woo. Wee Woo's kind of they moved up a spot since last week.
Mm-hmm.
With Janie hopefully playing with them next week. We'll see what happens with that roster, but I think that they're on their way to something really good. TSM moving down, and then Zenith coming back into my 6. I think I took them off last week, if I'm not mistaken, but they were on there 2 weeks ago. Those are my 6.
Zenith. Yeah, Zenith, another team. Very consistent team, for sure. They struggle from time to time. I don't know what it is, but I mean, they're still inside the top 5 overall. They're number 5 right now, if I look. Yeah, number 5 right now. They have a very good average placement, too. They average like 7th, which is pretty good. It's not bad at all. But they also missed a week, too. So, yeah, but I agree with you, bottom 3, for sure. Not bottom 3, but, the next 3.
I think also like the biggest contributing factor to TSM moving down was,
we don't know who that one's going to be.
Missing another week,
That too. Yep. No, they've only played 4 weeks. I mean, they're still inside the top 10 overall. I believe they're 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. Yeah, they're in 7th right now. Only 4 weeks played. Says a lot.
It
But
does. I mean, when they're here, they show up.
yeah, no,
They
they're
show up
very
and show
good.
out.
I mean, Sav's one of the best IGLs we got in Apex, and you got Kai, who's just phenomenal. And now she's on Valk, which is great. So hopefully they get a third that fits and gels, and they can head into the finals here on March 30th and show out for the fans, because we got a lot of TSM fans. It's a big part of Apex TSM in general. So I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for TSM. If it wasn't for TSM, Apex, it'd be in a tough spot. It would be in a tough spot.
100%.
So
That's one of the biggest things I always say about like just ALGS in general. If TSM is one of the orgs that leaves, then there's
yeah,
some huge problems happening.
exactly. But we're only like 4 minutes away. So we ate a lot of time there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We ate a lot of time. But we only got like 4 minutes here until our guests join the show. But real quick, I guess we could quickly touch on the new meta, bro. The new meta. I mean, we played in CCs this most recent week. We saw some stuff. But watching the Rose Cup and watching the Queen's Cup, I've also noticed some stuff. But it looks like Bloodhound Caustic Bangalore seems to be the most common meta here, Steve, so far in season 20.
Yeah, I think like the biggest duo right now, for like these, whatever you want to call them, zone or edge hybrid, zone hybrid, whatever you want to call them, is that Bloodhound Caustic pair. And I feel like Bangalore can be kind of interchanged with whoever you want. I mean, I see a lot of Valks running around too. Even, still some, what's her name? Conduit still being there a little bit. Even a cat here and there, but Bloodhound Caustic, definitely that power duo.
Yeah, I mean, and the Caustic is just so strong right now. So strong with his abilities and whatnot. But Valk, bro. Valk. I gotta say, she's back for sure. She's back. I think if you run the right comp with Valk, I think she could be utilized to the maximum potential. I think we see it with TSM. They put it on display often, and we saw it yesterday in our lobby. They just fly around, grab wingmans, and kill everybody. So but Valk, I think Valk is somebody who we could see kind of make her way back into the overall meta as well here in the coming weeks.
I mean, 100%, dude. Like she she can play that hard edge type, to be able to get to those spots late. But if you want to play zone, also you can get to those spots super early and be able to hold it down, especially if you do have a Caustic on your team or even a Watson.
True.
I think
True.
she's super useful in kind of any way you want to play her, and like I guess use her to the strength of your team play.
Yeah. Something else we talked about before we hopped into the show. Steve brought to my attention that Lifeline was used today in Pro League for EMEA. Hey.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you also have to kind of think of like what comes down in our care pack. You can either get weapons or you can get those Evo Harvester boosters or whatever they're called.
True.
So it's, dude, it's just easy upgrades from there and easy weapons.
That's true. I mean, if you can do it right. I mean, Matafe, right? Was Matafe the team that
it's
used them?
Matafe, man.
Yeah, so I'm a big Matafe guy, so that's pretty dope to see. But that's what we were looking for.
They placed first yesterday, or whatever it was, last night, this morning, whatever you want to consider it.
Maybe
and they won the lobby.
Maybe that's what we've been waiting for. Maybe maybe Lifeline's next up. Maybe she's the next seer. But I don't know. No, I don't know. I think Newcastle is a better support legend than her right now. But I don't know. It depends who your team is, right? Depends who your team is. If you get Kraber and your guy hits Kraber shots like candy out of a machine, then you're good. But but all right, Steve, we're about to bring in the guests here. We're bringing in Angels, Adane, and Zona, and we'll get these interviews going. But guys, once again, exclamation point Spotify should bring you guys to the other episodes. Make sure you guys leave us 5 stars. And if you guys are interested in participating in any of the Women's Circuits events, or the Queen's Cup, Princess Cup, exclamation point WC in chat, and you guys can head over to their Discord and sign up as a free agent for that Free Agent Friday, or just network and meet some other ladies with like-minded ideas and goals. Okay, so Steve, we'll head over to the guest waiting room. We're not going to drag all 3 people in here today, so we'll head over there and we'll get this interview going.
Let's go.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome,
Hello.
welcome. How are you guys doing today?
Fantastic. How are you guys?
Doing decent. Doing decent.
I'm still sick.
You're still sick. Oh, that's
Yeah,
not good. You've been sick for like 2 weeks now. It sucks.
I know.
So real quick, how about you guys take turns introducing yourselves? Let everyone know what you guys do and who you are. Angels, if you want to start us off.
Of course. My name is Angels. I am one of the co-owners of Women's Circuits with Hadeen and Zona. We don't really have like set rules. I wish we did.
Frickin' Mike.
But yeah, I had to yell at Mike right there. Sorry. Yeah, he's gonna be quiet for the rest of the time. But Zona, go ahead.
Well, hi, I'm Sona. Most of you guys know me as the co-host of this show. I'm another co-owner of Women's Circuits. That's pretty much it. I hate Apex at the moment. Well, I hate playing Apex at the moment. I love Apex, love watching it, hate playing it. But yeah. Hidean.
Hi, I'm Hadian. I'm the other co-owner of Women's Circuits. I spend my time playing Baldur's Gate and not playing Apex.
There's a running
So-
theme between the three of us.
It
if you
says a
haven't
lot.
noticed.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's a running theme.
That's funny. I'll start off the question, Steve. You know, I got one. What was the initial idea when you guys wanted to form Women's Circuit? Like, who brought it up?
So, like, I actually met Hadeen a few months prior because Hadeen was working on something called Nessie Cults, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
She was working on events through that. I was just getting into the Apex scene. I offered to help with something through there and kind of mentioned like maybe wanting to get into the women's scene. And then months later, Hadeen pops back up in my DMs and she's like, "Hey, we're gonna talk about this. I have this other girl named Zona. Like, let's go." We did not know each other at all,
That's awesome.
but you know, here we are.
Complete strangers to the world.
Yeah.
So you guys didn't know each other at all until
No.
this.
Not at all. We are very lucky that like things worked out the way they did. Like I
Right.
I knew Hadeen.
He
a
doesn't
little
like
bit.
people.
No, I should say that. People have grown on me since starting this, especially women. But yeah, for not knowing each other at all, we're very, very lucky that we meshed the way we did. Like I knew Hadeen barely at all, and I had not spoken to Zona a single word in my entire life until we started Women's Circuits.
That's
So
true.
we're very lucky that we all get along the way we do.
Yeah, it takes a lot of chemistry to do stuff like this, you know, when you have a team and whatnot, especially as deep as you guys are going with it. If you didn't have any chemistry, it wouldn't work, you know? So that's cool. That's cool. Right.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. So I guess I answered my next question. I was gonna ask how you guys connect, but
Yeah, that was seriously going to be mine too.
So-
It was all answered.
Yeah.
So when you guys, here, I'll take on the next question then.
Yeah.
So when you guys did like, you know, like meet up and everything, what was like, who was setting out like the initial goals for like women's comp and you know what you guys were aiming for?
I guess we all kind of were. I mean, I kind of got thrown into the mix because Angels and Gian like talked about it prior to me, I guess, coming on board, even though we didn't start it until like a month after we all got together. We have this huge group chat. Like, there's probably like tens of thousands of messages in there, just goals of stuff we wanted to do, how we wanted to do these things, and we would just bounce off of each other of like ideas and whatnot.
Yeah, I think so our original project, which was Hawk Girl Summer, I think we planned that in literally a day. Like, I think we all hopped in our original voice chat to meet each other and just like spitballed ideas. I remember Zona immediately started making the Discord. Hadeen immediately started on graphics. Like, I immediately started reaching out to people. It was just like we pretty much set up the entirety of everything within like
2 days.
the first hour of meeting each other.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like the majority of everything set up, but that was pretty much it. Like we all really bounced ideas off of each other, and it grew like fairly quickly.
Yeah,
mean, we
definitely
had-
hit the ground running when we like actually got the project up and running.
I
And
mean,
it was like a month before, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it's our first day.
That's cool
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I mean, our initial goal was obviously like I remember we really wanted to. We saw like a huge disconnect in the scene as to not really anywhere that allowed new players to join the scene. So we really wanted to, especially Hadeen was very passionate about this, was giving new players a safe and like educational environment to join into the scene in general. So we really wanted to embrace
Focus on
that,
that.
but we also wanted to give the experienced teams some like opportunity as well. So we really wanted to have a balance of that. And I think we've done a pretty okay job of it. It was a lot better obviously when we had more signups and could consistently seed lobbies out, but I'm hoping that that comes back sooner than later.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's definitely challenging, especially with all the teams that like aren't like a solidified team. They just kind of keep putting
Right.
teams together and whatnot. Makes it really tough on a TO or people like you guys who try to help out the newer teams, and the newer players even try to find a home and get a groove going in women's comp. It's not easy because that skill gap is huge.
Yeah, the skill gap's pretty big. I think a big thing is just, which is I think is why we're doing more free agent stuff, is trying to like push people into making teams.
Yeah.
Even if they're just like temporary. Like I think there's a big disconnect between. I think a lot of people think that they join a team and that's their team forever. I don't think they realize that like the best players have gone through multiple teams as well. Like LG Red was not always LG Red. We've all gone through like team changes, and it's not great. It can be ugly, but it happens. You don't find your perfect fit immediately.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's fortunate for some and unfortunate for others, but it's just part of it. It's people got to understand that when you join into the scene, like you're competing, you're not playing ranked and all being with your friends. Like, yeah, you can make friends. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people who've met each other through your guys' Discord or through the Queen's Cup, and now they play with each other and whatnot, and it's all good and stuff. But when it comes to like competing at a higher level, like team chemistry really, really matters. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, what plans? I know we got the free agent Friday. I mean, that's pretty dope. I love that. I talked about that earlier. What other plans do you guys have to help players find some teams?
I was actually thinking about this earlier. I don't know if Zona and Hadeen have. I should stop yapping so much, but I don't know if Zona and Hadeen have any like specific goals.
Girl, you
I-
yap away.
I
Yapper,
know.
right?
I kind of pulled.
You perma yapping. Just yap,
I mean,
yap.
I kind of pulled free agent Friday out of my ass. I'm not gonna lie.
This is true.
It-
She was
it
like,
wasn't
"Hey, we don't have a
supposed to be-
coach. Let's do
Yeah.
this today." And I'm just like, "What?"
Yeah, so it was, Monday morning rolled around. Our coach for the week messaged me and he was like, "Hey, I can't do it this week." I was like, "I don't have time to find another coach. Let's do a free agent event." It hit Thursday morning, and I was like, I don't know what this is gonna be. So I spent 6 hours making the random royale teams and just putting teams together, and it turned into a random royale. And everyone loved it. Like, it was very unorganized that day.
That's so much
but
fun.
it was so much fun, and so many people, like, it was a really good networking event. We had people that weren't even free agents necessarily come and play just to like network and make friends. And so many people reached out to us and they were like, "We have trials now, like we've met people, this is amazing." And so we were like, "All right, let's do another one." Well, like this next one coming up isn't necessarily free agent Friday, I think it's on Monday. But I mean, the random royale format seems to really work as far as free agents. In my brain, I have like this other thing rattling around in there, of some kind of like maybe a Discord mixer event or something, but I have not pieced together how to make it an organized event. So that's kind of like on the sidelines still. So the random royales has really taken front and center. But those mixers are going to be coming eventually. Like we'll figure it out, but
We'll find a day.
not right now. They're still rattling around
We
in there
have-
somewhere.
We got so much going on. Like,
Yeah.
we'll find a day.
Yeah.
Baby steps, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Our upcoming random royale, though, it's very special because the prize pool isn't just an overall prize pool for whoever wins the whole thing. It's a
Ooh.
per round prize pool.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a lot of opportunity for people to, actually show what they're made of.
Yeah, Hadina is a genius and like somehow wrapped this prize pool together for us, but we are so excited. It's a really cool. I couldn't believe it. It was to the point that like I think we woke up on, I don't know what morning it even was. I think it was Thursday, and we were like, Hadine, where did the money in the PayPal come from?
No, literally, I saw
What is this for?
the PayPal notification and I texted Angels and I was just like, what the fuck is this for?
And I
Like,
was like at work and I got the notification in my PayPal for like the person who was sponsoring it. I was like, oh yeah, let me send this over. And I was like, let me let them know so I don't like freak them out or something like that. But I guess they saw PayPal first, then Discord.
Yeah, we were extremely
I
freaked out, to say the least. Like, that's a
I
lot of
woke
money. We were
up
like,
to
for a
the
random
PayPal
royale,
notification.
is he sure? Like,
I was
Hey,
baffled.
They love
Yeah,
random.
it's
I mean,
good.
people love random royales. It's
Oh yeah.
always a good turnout when I hosted some in the past, and people love them. They love them. Opportunities,
Yeah,
a lot of
your
opportunities.
random royale was actually my first comp event ever.
There
It
you go.
was one of your random royales.
Now look at you.
Yep, that's why I'm here. Everyone thank Ryno. You get to deal with me forever because Ryno did this to you. You're welcome.
PG's only.
So I think one of the things I kind of want to know is like when you guys did form Women's Circuit, how was like the initial response like from the community? Like, did you guys have people, like I guess jumping for joy with it, or I know there's like a lot of haters out there, like a lot of dudes saying, um, like the split is kind of like not needed or it is needed. Like, kind of depends who you're talking to. But what was like the community reaction?
Oh, go ahead.
You go ahead, Zona. I keep cutting you
No.
off by accident.
No, I didn't go.
No, you go. I was just gonna talk
No.
about like the split and stuff. It's okay.
You
go
do
ahead.
that. No.
So regarding the split, I do notice that every time there's that like another tweet about like women's comp or like people tweeting about their experience in women's comp, there's always that comment that's always like, well, why is there even a women's competitive scene anyway? And you know what? There's a lot of answers to that question. And it all depends on who you ask. So depending on, let's say, a certain individual who doesn't feel comfortable playing the co-ed scene, a woman's comp is perfect for them because they don't have to deal with the discomfort of playing around the opposite gender. There are some who kind of use women's comp as a soft entrance into the competitive scene before they enter the co-ed scene. Some join it just for fun, honestly, and others join it for like networking. There's like a whole variety of reasons. Um, but I know when we first started, there was a bit of an oversaturation in the scene. There were like a lot of women's events because if I recall, we started not long after her galaxy ended.
Yeah.
And I think that inspired a lot of TOs to do more women's competitive events because they saw the passion and how excited women were to compete. Especially for that amount of like cash prize money. But there was something that excitement of like, wow, we're getting more attention, and wow, like we can actually get like practice, because if I also recall, women's comp was mainly just tournaments,
Yeah.
not necessarily scrimps. So everything was like, I have to win this for the money, and not like, okay, let me actually focus on just practicing and improving myself and being able to work with my team and communicate with them on what we can do to improve, because it's not as high stakes.
Yeah, I also think it's worth noting that, like, not to be that guy and, like, pat us on the back, but, like, we're one of the only ones still standing from that time. So, like,
That's true.
we started up, I think we were, personally, I think we were extremely well received by the community. I was not, like I said, I was very new to the community at the time, so, like, I don't know, they might have hated me for all I know. I was just really excited. But like we grew really quickly. Like we grew fairly quickly. We set up Hot Girl Summer, and I was like posting in Facebook groups, like asking people to join. Like there's still people that play in women's circuits that are like Facebook moms that I found in like a group on Facebook that play Apex. Like,
I love
I don't know,
that.
yeah, you
That's
guys know
awesome.
Sugar Pops.
Yeah.
Like, I found Sugar Pops on Facebook. Like, her old teammate I found on Facebook. There's people from everywhere that's like a conglomerate of us just like trying to network when we first started. And I think it was well received. Like, we grew fairly quickly. Like, it took us a couple months to smooth out, you know, some kinks in management, some kinks in like rules and how we were going to handle things. Like, I think one thing about us is like we're extremely lenient, maybe too much so at times. But like you see, you know, on Twitter and stuff, a lot of the times, like this team got in trouble for inting, but then they have to explain a 9-page essay of like they weren't inting, this team was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So like we don't deal with that. We just say, you know, we kind of just say if you die, you die, you know, type beat.
Yeah.
It took us months to get there though.
Yeah.
So the fact that, you know, the community stuck with us while we smoothed out those kinks is really great. And I think the community really enjoys what we do, and I think like everyone I talk to is extremely appreciative of it. And it's just been really nice. It's stressful, but it's nice.
Yeah, but I mean, you look at the women's comp scene. You guys are the only people I know that put on or try to put on a scrim at least every day. You know, like even co-ed scene, you don't see that. You know what I mean? Like maybe a couple, but that's way more saturated than women's comp is, right?
Right. Yeah. We
You know,
we definitely do
considering.
our best. Things have gotten a little slow as far as scrims and stuff, and I think we're trying to get back to that and just like entice more people to get into the scene. So I'm hoping we can get back to giving that opportunity more.
Yeah. So maybe I'm trying to like think of what would cause a lull in signups. You think it's because of CCs happening all at once right now, and people just wanting to practice with their co-ed teams in co-ed scrim lobbies, or
Honestly, it all happened around the holidays. So I want to
others?
say it was like end of November, like mid-December. And there was like an influx of LFTs, LF1s, people quitting. There was like a gigantic influx. I don't know what caused it. I don't know if it was like the hit that like her galaxy's over, they're not paying people. Like I don't know
True.
if that was like the hit that drove everyone out, or if it was like the break over the holidays. Because there are times when like even I take like I sure Zona's dealt with it in the past when she was competing. Like you don't compete for a few days and you're like, wow, having some freedom to be a normal human being is kind of nice. Maybe I just won't play anymore.
That's
So I feel
literally
like-
me. That was me November 29th.
Exactly. So
And now look where I am.
Exactly. So I think having a break, I think that break over the holidays was really, I think it was really painful to the scene. I think a lot of people were like, wow, you know, I don't have to play Apex every day. You know, but it does take like commitment and some kind of like, sometimes you gotta make yourself do it. It's not always fun. But I genuinely think the holidays are what hurt us really badly, or hurt the scene in general.
Okay.
I think it was the holidays and the lack of tournaments, because once
Yeah.
her Galaxy ended, like there was maybe 1 or 2 a month. And then the holidays hit, and then we took a break. Literally, we didn't do anything for 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe 3. And we just, once January hit, like everyone realized that there was no cash money tournaments until March, which was Queen's Cup. So I feel like the motivation to play without tournaments kind of also hit that a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I hosted my invitational for Queen's Cup. That was the end of the year, end of December. I remember Rose Cup had just disbanded. They were done. They backed out of the scene, and once they left, I mean, that was it. You guys were on your break, like you were talking about, and it was just Queen's Cup. You guys actually hosted a scrim for me for the
Yep.
pre-o for the lobby.
Yep.
So
We were only doing scrims at the time. After our original Hawk Girl Summer Finals, I don't think we did anything but scrims for
Yeah.
like 3
I think we
months.
did a fundraiser random royale around that same
we
time.
did a random morale at some point, but we, as far as like actual events go, we weren't doing like a whole lot, and I think that probably hurt the scene too. But like, we were at the point, honestly, we were still growing. I mean, we're still obviously we're still
Still
growing
are.
now, but
Yeah.
Reaching out to people and asking for funding was like not on our agenda. I guess like we knew it was something we had to do, but we didn't know at what point people were going to take us seriously. I guess this is how it comes out.
Yeah. And
And
now we have 800 members, and I just message people like no other. I'm like, hey, want to do this with us?
yeah, like we were creeping up on 900. Like we're gaining at like a steady pace of like 100 Discord members a month.
You guys are doing a
So, like,
fantastic
we
job.
can-
Fantastic job.
Yeah, thank you.
Problem.
Thank you.
So I got a couple more questions here before we wrap up. One question I have is, what's been, so you guys were talking about how you guys are still like growing, learning and whatnot. What has been the hardest learning curve working inside of the women's scene? Not as a competitor, but as a host.
People are always going to be mad at something that we do.
Yes, I have the answers to these like typed out in front of me, and I'm like sitting here kicking my feet, waiting for someone to answer because like I know we all
Oh
have
my
the same
God.
one, man.
People are always going to be mad at shit that we do, regardless of even if it's a majority vote from the players themselves. People are still going to be upset at what we do, but what we do is literally for them 24/7.
Yes, so
Preach.
we
And one
yeah. So we're actually consider like we're talking about, which we've been talking about it for weeks, and this is on my plate, and I'm sorry I haven't done it yet, but like I'm supposed to be putting together a players council so that we have a specific, instead of putting out, so right now we put out a vote in the announcements channel, people vote on it, it'll get like blown out of the water with votes, and I'll get 8 million messages within the next week and a half asking like, they wanted to vote on this rule. Why didn't they get a chance to vote on this rule? Like, why did this change? You know? And the biggest, the hardest learning curve, which I guess this is probably like, this is gonna sound so antisocial of me, and like I don't go outside and I don't, but don't make
Talking
fun
to
of me.
people.
Everyone has such vastly different personalities. Every single person. And what you'll notice in women's comp especially is there are days where girls will like literally chew you a new ass for like you don't even know what's going on, and it's just someone that's usually really nice to you, you know? So like it took a really long time to learn that like it wasn't personal, and like 9 times out of 10 it's just a bad day, or you know they're having a bad game, or it's just they're just having a bad time in life, like they're not mad at me personally. And that was something
But
that
they're
I had a
taking it
really
out.
hard time getting over, because I'm like traumatized. Like if someone yells at me, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get canceled on Twitter and everyone hates me. Like this is crazy. But
Every
it took me
time
a
it
really long
happens.
time. Yeah, every time it
Every
happens, I'm like
time.
messaging Hadeen and Zona, and I'm like, I am gonna lose my mind. I can't do this.
She's like, guys, what if I get canceled? And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. You're not
Yeah,
gonna get
like,
canceled.
meanwhile, I haven't done anything, but I'm like, guys, I'm gonna get canceled. Like, what did I do? But it's taken a really long time for me to just like get it through my head and be like, listen, like the same girl will message me the next day and be like, hey girly queen, will you like delete my drop? Thank you so much, love you. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I just lost 8 hours of sleep because you screamed at me yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like a just a switch.
Yeah,
activated.
it's taken, that's genuinely, it sounds really stupid. That is the hardest thing that's been the hardest thing for me to get used to.
The funniest
Not
part about
crying
that.
myself to sleep over it.
The funniest part about that is that Angels gets the most messages out of the 3 of us. For some reason, she gets the most
while
messages.
I'm playing.
But then again, I also half the time, no offense, girlies, if you're listening, I just don't respond. Or I tell them to make a ticket because I'm like, these are my DMs. This is my personal space. Like, put it in the Discord where all of us can see it so we can all resolve your problems and not just me, myself, and stress myself about stress myself over this. And then Angel's over here, I told her to close her DMs so then she just doesn't get them, and then they're like forced to make a ticket or DM one of us, which in case me and Hadeen will say submit a ticket.
Yeah,
But
my
she
DMs
doesn't
are
do
still
it.
open. I'm sorry.
Yes, I told her this a week ago. I'm like, close your DMs. We
No,
made
so, like,
commands
hear me out.
specifically for the DMs.
Hear me out. Like, there are a lot of girls that, like, they're just homies at this point, or, like, they have, like, specific issues all the time, and they just message me, and they're like, hey, girly, like, can you do this? And I'm like, okay. So I feel like if I block them, or, like, close my DMs, they're gonna be really offended. And then it comes back to the point where, like, oh my God, they're mad at me. Now I'm gonna not sleep. Because I'm scared.
That's when
Like,
you just tell them, hey.
I know. I need to learn boundaries, but I don't.
No. Literally just make an announcement. Hey, guys, I'm closing my DMs. If you have problems, please submit a ticket. It's not you, it's me. I have boundary issues. Heart. Easy peasy.
if I ever put that out, someone like throw a party for me because I've finally hit like I've climbed Mount Everest in my mental at that point. Like I'm winning.
Man, I've even seen some crazy shit too. I mean, it's like being an admin for, Ryno for the past like year and a half or so. Like getting yelled at over just like random things. It's like, dude, I'm just here to press start. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and the worst part
Like-
is like and I know this is another one of you guys' questions, and I'm gonna kind of like just tiptoe my way in there and kind of ruin it for you right now. But like, I'm
Damn.
playing. I'm
Damn.
playing while I'm getting these
No.
messages. So like, on top of me getting yelled at, I'm actively in a game. I'm in the same game that they're in, actively getting screamed at. So it's just really bad.
uh, so I think I have one more final question before we let you guys get out of here. But being you guys in the scene, and Angels, like you were saying, competing as well as hosting, and Zona and Hadian, how do you guys balance, like all of this, like the
We
TO
don't.
life,
We
You don't.
literally
You really
don't.
don't.
We literally
You
don't.
literally do not. When I was playing for OKC, I wanted to cry every single day because of
Yeah.
it. Because like Angels and I would be in two separate lobbies, and someone's DMing Angels about a problem that's in my lobby, and someone's DMing me about a problem that's in Angels' lobby. And I'm just like, what is going on? And I'll like text her or something, and I'm just like, yo, like what the fuck is happening in your lobby? And she'll be like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is happening in your lobby? And I'm like, what are you talking
Going
about?
on. Yeah, so
Uh,
it's really bad. It's a really bad time, and it's like obviously Zona has succumbed to the, she's succumbed to it.
Retired
And she doesn't
life.
play anymore. She's retired. I haven't. So my teammates hate me. If anybody was wondering, I'm like autistic, and if someone messages me and I have to type like during a game, I just go silent. Like I go nonverbal. So there's time, and I'm our IGL. So obviously this is
Oh
not
gosh.
ideal. So there's times where we're like rotating, and I'm like silently not speaking, and Dissy and Shell will be like, Angels, where are we going? Michaela, where are you going? Michaela, what's going on? And Shelby knows me enough at this point that she's like, oh, who's complaining? What's going on? Stop typing! And I'm like, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
something's going on, but like, I'm like not IGLing us because I'm like typing and trying to TO at the same time. And
Literally, I
I've
could
gotten
be
better at
hosting
that.
the lobby too.
Yeah,
And they're
like,
messaging
Zona's
her. And
actively-
I'm like, hello?
Zona's actively hosting the lobby, not playing, and they message me, and I'm like, girl, I'm in your lobby. I'm actively 3v3ing your team at this moment, and you're messaging me.
Literally, next time, just be like, DM Zona. And then I'll
I should,
DM them, submit a ticket.
And it's bad, because like I said, when stuff like that happens, like if I'm actively playing, someone messages me and like, we did something wrong, or like something's happening that's wrong, or like someone landed on someone's noggin, and like it negatively affects my mood immediately. So obviously,
Absolutely.
it negatively affects my gameplay immediately, and it's something that I have been really trying to work on. But it's like a signal, the second I hear the beding through Discord
Oh god.
while I'm playing, I'm like, who's messaging me? I'm tabbing out. My team's like, girl, we're mid-fight, like what are you doing?
That's funny. I mean, I can relate to the TO side of things. I'm just starting to get into comp too, but I don't deal with that kind of stuff. I don't compete in my own tournament. That's a whole different level.
Yeah, I mean, realistically I shouldn't be, and this is gonna sound also really conceited, but like we put on the best events. Like I'm obviously gonna compete in them,
Hey, hell yeah! I mean, there's not enough out there for you to compete in anything else,
No,
Why would
there's
you?
not. Like if I didn't play in our stuff, I'd only be competing on Tuesdays. And when we
Right.
first started, if I didn't compete in our stuff, like I wouldn't be competing at all. So like when we
Yeah.
first started, I was really against it. I was like, I shouldn't be playing, I should be TOing, I should just be focusing on this. But I love
Literally, if I
competing.
was playing, she wouldn't play, and vice versa. Like, that's how paranoid we were about it.
Yeah,
we
we
were
were
like,
extremely paranoid.
no.
Like I'm very passionate about playing. I'm very passionate about my improvement. Like I'm not gonna give up a day of competing because I'm terrified of my Discord DMs. So I
Passion,
do both.
straight
So, yeah,
passion.
you close them.
I've gotten really good at TOing and playing at the same time.
That's not a good thing.
No, it's not,
Yeah,
but
it's a
I've gotten
whole
really good
different
at it. And
level.
there was a time I'll never forget. We were landing at Tree, I think, and someone messaged me in the dropship, and I landed at Mod. Like my
Okay.
whole team was at Tree, and I accidentally landed at Mod. So I'm running across the map, calming to my team about what they should be doing because I'm not in the POI with them because I dropped in Mod. And it's things like that happen all the time because it's something that I cannot split up, and I really need to get better at it for my own sake, like my own growability. as well as like just my mental sanity. Yeah, and my teammates' sanity on top of that. I'm sure everybody that's ever played with me can like vouch for that.
I can.
Like lovely Zia, Zona's played with me, Shelby's played with me a lot. Like Dissy, I think is starting to understand. Like anybody that's ever played with me knows that, like, hey, if she goes nonverbal, like she's getting screamed at.
Well, I know that just
So-
from meetings.
Yeah.
Like
So that's
you'll just be typing away. We could be in between games, and I like hop in and I tell you something, and you're just not responding, and I'm like, who the fuck is she typing to?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's hard. It's hard. And I was really happy to see that question on there because I don't get to talk about that a whole lot. I try not to. I shouldn't say I don't get to talk about it. I don't talk about it a whole lot because I don't want people to be like, "Oh my god, Angels is like mentally ill." Like I'm fine. It's just my own issue.
Yeah. I don't know. It's definitely something a lot of TOs go through. But no, I think that's gonna do it though, Steve. Right? I don't got anything else. Do you?
Wait, can I ask my fun question?
Yeah.
Fun question.
Yeah, go
Oh
ahead.
no, Zona has a question for us.
Well, technically, there's 2 fun questions, so I'll keep it
Oh,
really
no.
short. If oh fuck, I already forgot the question.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
If you could
No,
take
it's the-
you want me to ask?
It's the legend one. It's the legend one.
If you could have, if you could make a comp that isn't meta, what comp would it be?
Yeah, that one.
Oh my gosh, I want to play this comp so bad. I was just talking about this when you were talking about Valkyrie. I want to play, so, and it kind of is meta, I guess, if you think about it. I want to play Valkyrie, Crypto, and, like, I don't know, like, probably Watson. So bad. So bad.
Okay.
But it just
Crypto.
doesn't fit into our playstyle. Yeah. I think it'd be massive. So, like, first of all, like, I don't know if you guys remember Emma. She used to play on Nos Coral. Absolutely insane crypto player.
She was like,
Like,
52K or something.
Yeah, she has like 52,000 kills on crypto. If I heard a crypto drone coming near me during scrims, I was crying because I knew it was her and she's terrifying. So I really wanted to. So for the sole purpose of, and we could do it with Hound now too, I've thought of, but it just, like, Valkyrie's just not worth it in my opinion. But my thought process was, since women's comp, like, there's not that many zone teams, you don't really move in that quickly. Like, you literally get as close to zone as you possibly can, kind of like rotate late, like kind of stay on edge, get your kills, hang out, scan people beacon, Valcult directly from there, just straight into Godspot, and then set up. And like my husband has pushed that comp on me, and I'm like, that's, sure, but first of all, nobody's gonna play crypto, and I'm not IGLing off of crypto, but I think that comp would be so fun. Like on paper, cool.
You gonna
I
answer your
like
own
that
question, Zona?
No, because now I'm coaching, and I don't want to cook up something and then have it be off meta, and it be my answer.
You're coaching?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or you're supposed to cook something stupid. Come on.
Who's
Dan-
to say it's not stupid and I'm having my team run it anyways?
Damn. Dan, you got one?
I'm not really, I don't know, I haven't really like done comp in a while, but something I've kind of been interested in, like, just to like mess around. And it doesn't even make any sense, but like
That's what we're looking for.
Bangalore, Conduit, and Wraith.
Hey, what's wrong with
That's a
that?
cook.
That actually goes so heavy.
That's
That is a cook.
That actually
Yeah,
goes so
that-
hard. That'd be like
That
the
would go
most
hard.
terrifying
I will
edge team on the entire
literally-
planet.
If someone does this in like an upcoming scrim, I'll sponsor their next coaching session.
Oh wow. There you go.
Like if they do it and like it's actually able to like succeed, I'll sponsor their next coaching session.
That's a cook.
There you go. Clip it, ship it, put it on Twitter. You heard it here. No, but Zona, ask your last question. Get it out
Okay.
there.
Without cheating, how many games do you think you have on Oversat?
Oh, I think I only have like 350, 300, maybe not even.
Gideon.
Oh,
Might be a lie.
I don't play too often, so probably maybe 10. I'm obviously a back end kind of person.
That is a very low guess. But Angels, you have 338.
Oh, so you're
Yeah,
just close.
I thought it was somewhere around there.
And Hadian, you have 126.
Wow. Was she close? What?
It's like,
I
I've
have
totally done 10.
126 games.
You have 126 games because you have to remember all of like the charity tournaments. fundraiser events that I'll go on Overstat that you play in.
I do participate in quite a few of those.
Exactly. Shoot, I have to look up mine, huh? I'm not looking it up yet. Okay, my guess is like
She already looked.
no, I actually didn't because I knew I wanted to ask this question to them, so I didn't cheat on my own question because it made me upset last time. My guess is like 400 or 450. Somewhere around there. Because I did play a lot when I did play, but I haven't played in a minute. Why am I typing Angel's name? Okay. Zona.
Going 6:30.
6:30?
Yeah.
What did I say?
5 something.
5 something.
500? Okay.
400, 450, 500, you said?
I found my name. It is 418.
Yeah, see? That's not bad. Not bad.
I overshot my own. Wow.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
All right. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. You guys want to give a quick shout for what you guys got coming up next here? I talked about it a little bit before in the beginning of the show, but it'd be cool to hear it come out of your guys' mouths, and then we'll wrap it up.
Who wants to do the yapping? Or do you want me to yap?
Do you want to yap about the free agent thing with Hadian?
I can so yap. Okay, so I gotta look up dates. I gotta look up dates. I'm so sorry.
For the free agent thing?
Yeah, when's the free agent?
Ma'am.
It's
Oh,
This
April
Friday?
1st. It's April 1st. I'm an idiot.
April
Okay.
Fool's Day.
So yeah, we have the free agent Random Royale, which is an April Fool's Day one. Yeah,
My brother's
coming up.
birthday. Let's go.
Huge day, gonna be super fun. I hope nobody thought that we were kidding on the post, because like I think everyone was like, why'd you do this for Random Royale? But like 150 to each winning team, 6 games total. So like each of you get $50 if you win the game. That's huge. And then $100 is the overall kill leader. If you're a free agent, get in there, get some like trials going, make a team. We also have Alley Oop this Friday for our coaching session.
Ooh,
Super
yeah.
exciting.
that's a good one.
She did not give me her
Topic.
Yeah, she didn't tell me what topic she's doing yet, but like we all know Alley Oop. Like Alley Oop, I've been simping over Alley Oop since I joined women's comp. Like Alley Oop has been my favorite human being on the planet. And then we have Throwback Thursday finals.
Throwback?
This Thursday.
Throwback.
Throwdown. We have Throwdown Thursday. This Thursday we have finals, which is super exciting. And then Monday Mayhem, the last qualifier is tomorrow.
And then
Oh, right.
finals are the following Monday.
Forgot about that.
They're
Yep.
the 18th. We have an off week, so the finals are on the 18th. I think.
Nice.
Yeah, we have an off week. Finals for that are on the 18th. And then like we have some other stuff cooking, but nothing super planned. And then obviously we have Queen's Cup on Wednesday, which like we're all super hyped for all the time, and it's kind of giving me anxiety right now. But
We will
Why?
have an announcement.
Why is it giving you
no,
anxiety?
we're so close to like the cusp of the cutoff, man.
I know.
And like last week, I loved my team, loved them to death. Dizzy couldn't play last week, and I was like, "Oh, we need to play just for the participation point. Like I don't care how we do, but we need the participation point." And we just did. It was not a good week. Like, and that's completely like I don't expect to do well with the sub, but oh my gosh, like we did not cook last week, and I was so salty at like myself overall. Like it was just a salty day. So I'm hyped for this week. Don't get me wrong. I'm not anxious because like I'm not mad. I'm just competitive edge.
Yeah, I
Competitive
mean,
edge is there.
we had a couple of teams drop too, so I mean those spots are gonna be open. So Princess Cup,
True. Oh, and we're
massive
so
this
close.
week. You are.
Like we're so close, and like not to be that guy. I again love my teammates, but we're just kind of 3 idiots that we're like, oh, we're LFT and we don't have anybody to play with, so like we're just gonna play with each other.
3 idiots.
And like here we are. So like I'm proud. I'm super proud, but like
Oh, yeah.
it's also getting to the point where I'm like, all right, we gotta kick ass, guys. Like we gotta win this week. We gotta go. Like so it's exciting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we also do have one announcement on Thursday that will be happening during the stream of the Throwdown Thursday finals.
Announcement happening during the live cast.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That'll be on your channel, right? On the circuits.
Yes. And it'll also be in the Discord when it is said too.
All right. There you go, chat. There you go. All right. Anybody else?
No.
All right.
I got.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys had fun. Zona, thanks for being a guest today and not a host. But
Very weird, but I loved it.
Thank you so much for having us. I actually had a
course.
lot more fun than I was expecting. I was expecting to be like terrified and not speak the whole time, but I just be yapping, I guess.
You did not-
Girl, you
no.
always yapping. I was not worried about you.
I get really excited about
Yeah.
everything. So like
Yeah, let's
comp
go.
is like I yapped to my boss sometime about this, and she's like 70 years old, so she has no idea what I'm talking about. But so I just be yapping.
That's
Nothing wrong with
I'm
yapping.
proud of it.
Lyft ride I take. They'd be like, "So, what do you do for work?" "Oh, I work like early shifts at this one place." "Oh, do you do anything else?" "Yeah. So this is. Have you heard of esports?" And they're kind of like,
just yap.
Oh
"No."
God, what did I ask? Oh man. All right, well, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday nights. Good luck this week in the PC Angels. And
Thank you.
I'll catch you guys tomorrow. You guys streaming Monday Mayhem on your channel tomorrow? Is that happening?
Maybe.
Hoping to.
That's the
Zona and
plan.
Hadeen have some internet issues, so like if
Okay.
and I
Well,
should be
Hadeen
able
has internet issues when she also streams it in Discord.
to- right.
I
so
just
Hadeen,
have-
like
Get
we
a
just have some
Wi-Fi
internet
router.
issues and nobody to really do it.
We'll
Okay.
find someone. It'll
Okay.
happen.
We're trying to figure it out, but
We'll
Alright.
get it to happen.
All right, sounds good. Well, then I'll catch you guys Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk to you next
see you
time.
Wednesday. Thanks for having us. Have a good night,
course.
guys.
Bye.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 All right, Stee. That was a fun
All right.
time. Fun time there. Big shout out to the trio over at the Women's Circus for coming on the show tonight. It's a pleasure talking to y'all and learning more about what it is that drives y'all. Once again, if you guys want to join their Discord, !WC in the chat. There's Zona right there. And you guys can join up on that and get involved in the Free Agent Friday or anything else that they'd be putting on for y'all. Do a fantastic job over there. Nothing but vouchers from me. Stee? Anything else you want to add here before I close this out?
I mean, biggest thing, I just want to say, I appreciate everyone who tunes in and supports us, and of course, a huge shout out to the girls at WC and doing what they do, and giving everyone this platform to play and showcase their skill, man.
Yeah, absolutely. They do something very unique here in the Apex Legends scene, not just women's comp, but they provide a platform for everybody, no matter your skill, no matter your personality. There's a spot for you in the WC Discord, so make sure you guys join up on that. And I can't agree with you more, Steve. Big shout out to them. I guess we could go a little bit of a tease. Next week, we're gonna have Sammy from PPG gonna be joining the show. We're gonna be announcing something pretty cool during that as well. So it's a big episode. So Sammy from PPG will be joining. The following week, it's in the air still. I'm not sure. I'm still waiting.
I don't want to spoil it yet.
No, I don't want to spoil it yet. It's definitely a surprise, and I'm hoping that it gets confirmed here shortly. A few people know about it. I'm just waiting on confirmation, so I'm not going to announce that one just yet. So just stick with PPG's Sammy next week. That'll be happening. But crazy stuff, man. Women's Circus, fantastic job. But let's focus on what we got going on this week for us, Steve. Queen's Cup, Princess Cup. Massive week here. Last week, final week, week 8, do 8 weeks of regular season. You guys have been seeing the Queen's Cup standings, Princess Cup standings rotating through as we've been talking here tonight. We had a few teams drop out of the Queen's Cup because they disbanded their teams. There's going to be a lot more spots in the line as we head into the final week, so that Princess Cup is going to be super important this week. I even thought about streaming that instead of the Queen's Cup on my channel because it's going to be super juicy, and but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So we should have the full staff back, so we should be able to get both on stream. I believe Tipsy got his internet finally, so we should be able to get that going for you guys again. So big week coming up here, Steve. Big week. Right now we got Insomnia in first place, as we talked about, and they've been holding that spot for a while, but they need to have a big week here to keep that spot because LG Red is in reach, only 14 points out, so if they 13, so if they win the week and Insomnia has a tough week, they potentially could lose that number 1 seed and the potential to have that 10 points heading into match point finals. So definitely don't want to miss that. 7 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Queen's Cup will be live here on this channel, and Princess Cup will be live over on the Women's Circuits channel. Stay tuned, and that might change a little bit. I'm not sure yet, depending on what's happening with my the rest of my staff. But that's the plan as of right now. Okay. But before we go, I do got to do the play of the week. This new thing that we be doing right for the ladies here in the Queen's Cup Princess Cup, allowing you guys to upload a clip in the Women's Circus Discord. And then me and the rest of the team, we go through and we pick out the play of the week. Last week we saw YMV's G7 going crazy for Insomnia, and this week we got maybe Kara. Maybe Kara's going to be getting her spotlight here today, making a play over in the Princess Cup. So we'll put that on the screen for you now.
On here. Need. I stuck one. I fucking, oh my god. Wipe the squad.
Oh no! Oh, they dropped.
Oh my god, this fucking portal, I swear on my life. This fucking portal.
Congratulations to Kara there for the play of the week. Make sure you guys upload your content on their socials, spread the awareness of women's comp, let people know what it's all about. We appreciate everybody who comes by for the podcast. Angels won that game. He should have uploaded it. But hey, big shout out to you guys, man. You guys are awesome. We love you, and I personally appreciate you guys for allowing me to be a platform for you. And I know Steve does as well. So big shout out again to the guests, man. You guys are awesome. We love you, and we can't wait to see you guys Wednesday night. Have a good rest of your Sundays. Exclamation point YouTube to check out the episode if you want to watch the video. It's also gonna be available on Spotify. Make sure you guys give us a 5-star, and love y'all. You guys enjoy the rest of your night.